wild plains of Plainfield, there lived a boy named Ed. Ed lived in a humble home with his mother, a pious woman, and his brother, a mischievous boy. Ed loved his mother and his brother because they were the only people he knew. One fateful harvest day, Ed and his brother were in charge of the harvest fire. Alas, that fire burned brighter and brighter in the marsh until a terrible wind came. In the plain fields of Plainfield, the winds would twist and turn. These winds would take a little boy like Ed right off his feet. When the terrible wind came, the harvest fire grew brighter still until it overtook the marsh, and Ed's brother was no more. After Ed's brother died, their home was no more. Where there had been 3, now there was only 2. Ed's heart, just like his home, had been torn into 2. Ed knew that the human heart was not meant to be split into 2. He knew that his home, this place called Plainfield, was a union built of the fragment of a place that had been split into 2. He knew that his home, this union of 2, was carved by the Spanish, by the French, by the waves of refugees fleeing from the Beagle Wars, by the American Fur Company, by broken treaties and raids. He knew that his home was stitched together from bones and skins, but he did not know where those skins came from. And so, like many settlers before him, he went hunting. Ed knew how to hunt skins. He knew how to strip them, tan them, and how to make clothes out of them. He wore beaver skins, buffalo skins, and the skins of people from graveyards that he visited deep in the night. Ed's mother was a pious woman, and Ed, desperate to come home, thought that he was like the prodigal son in the book of Luke. As Ed stitched skin with devotion, all of the shapes and patterns and pieces of the past, he started to stitch together a pious world of his own. Eventually, the other residents of Plainfield began to notice. They started to whisper about strange disappearances and disturbances. They too did not know home. One chilly evening, the other residents of Plainfield came to Ed's lonely home. They found all of the pieces of skin stitched together, sitting in a chair. They also did not understand what had been lost in a place that they called Plainfield, and could not understand why Ed had done the deeds he had did. The other residents of Plainfield started to tell stories about Ed's tales. They made movies and wrote books about Ed, but they did not know how to explain the world split into 2, or the hollow boy whose heart had become 2. They did not know that there is something sacred about life, that the more you take without giving back, the more you lose your home. They did not know how to honor the earth and the bodies buried beneath it. They continued to take from the land thoughtlessly, controlling the animals and ignoring the wind. They told stories about Ed, but they did not listen to their own stories. But somewhere in the plain fields, that terrible wind still blows. That terrible wind blows and tells